play will wind up being like. I think that's going to be the biggest determining factor in who runs away with this, is how well is deliboid able to slow things down.
And I think what will also help is the bombs and boomerang. Bombs being a really great way for Toon Link to be able to get some confirmed combos or even kills.
Yeah.
So that's going to really come into play. And also you can just hold the bomb instead of throwing it immediately, and you can call out Palutena trying to use a reflector on it.
Yeah, deliboid is as good as anybody at using this Toon Link bomb. You'll basically always see him having one in his hand, ready to throw it out at a moment's notice, as the Nair out of shield is going to tap down some advantage. Not able to find anything out of it, though.
And Night White here, trying to get out of this, losing the double jump. deliboid on the ledge here, trying to find his way out versus the back air walls from Palutena, as Arkdee is looking to close out the stock early.
Right, a couple of projectiles flying through, and yeah, the bomb in hand yet again. He's going to leave it on stage, another one in his hand, as Arkdee goes really low there. Risky maneuver, but he's not going to get punished for it.
Now, the thing that's unfortunate about Toon Link's bombs compared to the other Links, or especially Young Link, is that the bombs take quite a bit of time to explode. So you're not going to be seeing a lot of bomb recoveries from deliboid unless he's already been cooking a bomb on stage. Meanwhile, Toon Link...
Which he often does.
Yeah, I mean, you do usually cook the bomb, but like Toon Link, or excuse me, Young Link, typically can get the bomb recovery much faster and more consistently
compared to Toon Link. Yeah, if you get hit, you pull it off right away. Yeah. You can definitely see it come out. But yeah, deliboid likes to use that bomb as much more of an offensive option. He likes to have it in his hand and allow him an extra projectile at any given moment. But Arkdee with a really solid edge guarding flowchart right now. We'll see another counter, I do imagine. But that one's not quite going to do it. Do we have another one? No. Arkdee can't get that last one out in time.
No, quite not. I think he was trying to go for a back air instead of another counter, just looking to close out the stock instead of doing counters for like, I don't know, 5 more times, I would have to assume. But that's still good percent that Arkdee is putting on, almost lapping deliboid in percent, actually.
Right. And that Nair is going to lap him in percentage, but drag down into a grab. Really smart stuff there from Arkdee, as he's able to turn around and get that. There we go. That's the bomb extension that deliboid is so good at finding.
I do love how each of the Links in this game do have different game plans that aren't similar to each other.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Seeing Toon Link is always a treat because of how uncommon he is. I mean, in Chicago we have Lightning, but I mean, deliboid also kind of Chicago-ish region. So, but besides that, you don't see Toon Link too often. So it's kind of
you definitely
the awareness that you have to have while playing against this character. You're so used to seeing Link or Young Link.
Yeah, and I would argue Toon Link, the most exciting of the Links, in my opinion. I think
I agree.
He can be very flashy with some of the bomb setups and the extensions that he gets, but just a flash in the pan there, as he's not able to make that recovery back.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate, falling a little bit short of the platform. Arkdee closing out that first game pretty commandingly, I want to say, as they move back to PS2. And we'll see how deliboid adapts in this Game 2 and set further beyond.
Yeah, and with the way that Arkdee has been playing lately and with this character matchup, I'm not surprised to see the first matchup go strongly in his favor. I think the thing that makes Arkdee so strong is how steady his game plan is. He comes into every single person with a pretty comfortable idea of how he wants to play against them, and he's able to usually take at least the first stock, if not the first game, with quite a bit of comfort.
Yeah, and I mean that consistency of just no matter who the opponent is, just being used to that, and also playing Palutena, who has a pretty consistent game plan too. I feel like that just matches perfectly with the players' personality themselves, because they just know how their character works so well, and it's just consistently great for that first game.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
having to overcome that first game slump can be so difficult, and Arkdee has clearly carried that momentum all the way into the second game, and likely even further, as deliboid is having a hard time finding momentum and getting those setups. Palutena really does a good job stuffing out what Toon Link has to offer.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, eventually deliboid's been finding a little bit percent. Actually survived. Just kidding. Never mind. So deliboid losing stock, though, at 150 is a little bit later than I expect for someone like Toon Link. He doesn't seem like the heaviest character.
Yeah, light character, pull recovery.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that, trying the jab block off the Zair. Not finding it, but that's scary for Arkdee potentially later on in the set.
deliboid's mind has to work like a master builder whenever he's opening up these combo routes.
When you're playing Toon Link, I feel like I agree.
he's seeing mathematical equations and geometric angles every time he hits you.
You have like Sherlock, like you remember Sherlock with like BBC, where like all the like numbers flash around it.
Yes,
like,
that is exactly
it's literally that.
Yes, he's able to get all of these like weird setups off of moves that we've never even seen used before, and then he's able to get a jab lock off of it and go for a kill confirm. And I think Palutena is so good at stopping you from being creative. Like Palutena just doesn't allow deliboid to get in that bag.
I mean, yeah, that Nair killing too. Arkdee is sitting pretty in game 2 once again, just hanging on to the stock so well. Why do I always do that?
Yeah, I think it's 2 in a row. deliboid doing so good at surviving and holding on to this. Oh, there it is.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's my superpower. If I start talking about the player that I don't want to win, and then they lose their stock, that's what I just have to do. I have to talk to my opponent during sets.
Yeah, so you know, you're doing a very good job holding on to these stocks right now. You're avoiding my F smashes very well.
Aggressive compliments.
Yeah, and then it's all just with the intention of jinxing. It all works out in the end. A nice opening there for deliboid as he's not able to make much off of it. I like the idea of trying to read the air dodge with the boomerang, and he actually had the read, but just not quite the spacing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can get this later, or just it's mental notes for later too, where it's like, okay, I can adjust this slightly and it will be fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you have to get another opportunity here too, and
yeah,
Arkdee's,
yeah, and that's the tough thing is the adjustment that you're going to save for earlier is so hard to utilize in a set that's been so dominant as Arkdee drags down that Nair, trying to take an early one off of deliboid.
The ledge pressure from Arkdee has been just kind of the MVP of the set, just because he's able to keep deliboid from really getting back on stage and finding his footing again and getting any kind of sets with bombs going.
Yeah, it's really stopping deliboid from getting these sets. But I like that Z-drop bomb to help him land back down on the ground. Nice forward throw to send off stage. deliboid finds himself in a solid spot. Another Z-drop puts on great pressure, but can't connect with it. And Arkdee just cuts through everything with a dash attack.
Trying to kill with that F-tilt at ledge from the bomb knockback. Smart play from deliboid, just did not work out, and I feel like, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You still have to go for it.
Right. You do. You got to throw it out every now and then. And it's one of those things that's, you know, pretty risk-free. Just Z-dropping a bomb at ledge. It's worst case scenario, you're safe at roll distance. Best case scenario, you get a bomb fair and you get a kill out of it. Yeah. So I definitely love that idea from deliboid, and I would say that I would expect some of those to start connecting more consistently as the set would progress, but I don't know if we'll have enough games for him to kind of find his rhythm with that, you know?
We might see another game just from the change of small battlefield to PS2. I think having a smaller stage can help out deliboid to like close the gap between how Arkdee has been playing, and the ledges don't change at all, and I think that, you know, he's finding out more ways to get around Arkdee's pressure at ledge. So keeping the stain platform and like the platform positions while just shortening the stage a little bit more can help him get this advantage stage, just like he got that first stock right there.
Yeah, the stage pick definitely going out in his favor right now. I like the limited space because Arkdee was doing a really good job kind of dancing around what deliboid has to offer. And when you have so little space, Toon can cover such a large percentage of the stage with all of his moves, and it makes it a little bit harder for Arkdee to dance around.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit different just with the shortening of the stage, and Arkdee is finding out ways to claw his way back, only taking 5% in the second stock too. Oh, calling out the air dodge beautifully, only taking 10% from the extra credit. That was a great way, as you mentioned.
Yeah, Arkdee had a really rough first stock, but he just buckled back down and was able to bring it all the way back. Roughly even percents now. The down air into a dash attack. Arkdee immediately finding some momentum. But deliboid is not one to give up. He's going to spring right back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been making great adaptation throughout this set here. But now he's starting to lose the lead a bit as Arkdee has caught on to the game plan that has been happening here, taking back the lead pretty well, getting the down tilt, and once again, oh, the bomb! I think the bomb saved him right there.
Yeah, it definitely saved him from dying, and Arkdee knew that it would hit him if he tried to go for the back air, so he just stayed grounded and F-tilted. I like that recognition from Arkdee to just keep it safe and maintain his advantage, and it's working very well.
Yeah, Arkdee is confident that he's able to find this kill at some point. At 150, we could see a throw kill, but it will be down tilt, just sending very far out and taking that stock from deliboid, and this is potentially his last stock.
Yeah, and I mentioned at the beginning of the set that deliboid's success was going to predicate on his ability to slow down the game, and we're seeing, ooh, that's a nice little string there to bring us to an even game. But we haven't seen deliboid be able to slow down the game at all. We've seen Arkdee basically take a stock per minute, and that's a pretty quick clip in a matchup like this.
I like deliboid going for that down air Hail Mary, just knowing that, like, okay, I have to go for this move at least once to try and push this momentum further in the set. So Very scary, but Arkdee does survive that once again. Here comes some bomb combos a little bit more. deliboid has been putting on percent after losing the lead just a little bit on that second stock.
Yeah, far from safe is Arkdee's lead right now, as that extension is going to take it off the left side. Arkdee, with the 2-game lead, wasn't able to close it out. deliboid is able to swing it all the way back. I like that extension, little boomerang bomb fair to take that.
Yeah, deliboid really fighting back. The small battlefield stage really picking up here. And now Arkdee with the counter pick of Hollow Bastion, bringing back that larger stage size. And not going to PS2, but rather Hollow Bastion. So the platform spacing is going to be a little bit different here for both these players to adapt. And I think Arkdee really wants to use that middle platform to extend his Nair trains.
Yeah, and it's also going to make it harder because deliboid kind of likes to be able to use that area in between the platforms on the dual plat stages and rain projectiles there and make it really hard for you to get close and set up a bit of a wall. You can't really do that on Hollow Bastion. You kind of have to sit under it, and your stage pressure has to come from outside of center stage. And Arkdee, in theory, should be able to dominate center stage on this stage.
Yeah, I mean, Arkdee's been doing a great job at ledge, so he's able to win these neutrals and not let deliboid get that center stage. He's going to be sitting pretty in this game 4 right here, but as both of them are at even percents, deliboid's clipping through the stage to find stage control, but a missed grab will not connect.
Well, deliboid's doing a much better job scrapping right now. We're seeing him kind of play a bit more of a in-your-face game. The boomerang fair is a great example of that, but deliboid hasn't been trying to put space between himself and Arkdee anymore. He's just taking the fight right to him, and it's working out very well for him.
Yeah, I think he's kind of figured out the game plan switch from playing a little bit more typically Toon Link to trying to keep up close with your normals a little bit, is catching Arkdee off guard in this set.
Yeah, and it's less camping and more staying just outside of roll distance. deliboid always close enough to Arkdee to be in a threatening position, and that's working out very well, as Arkdee's having a hard time finding his footing right now.
Yeah, look at this movement from deliboid. He's jumping around, doing some tomahawks, not really staying in one place for too long so that Arkdee is able to figure out what he wants to do.
Oh.
Really smoking, just smoking, I don't know.
Smoke on that Arkdee pack.
Yeah, basically. I lost the train of thought.
Yeah. Very, very patient on these recoveries, too. That's another thing that's impressing me from deliboid, is Arkdee's edge trapping was so consistent in the first 2 games, and deliboid's been doing a great job disrupting that, but a down throw back air eventually is able to even up the stock count.
But I mean, that's a 90% deficit. A Nair train could bring it back to even. I mean, 40% still does really well, but getting caught by that bomb. deliboid looking to hang on to this lead for as long as he can to push this to the Game 5 momentum like he wants to.
deliboid doing a good job of using the fact that he's such a floaty character whenever he gets hit by Palutena, and just DIing straight up to get above Palutena and force her out of the Nair loops. And then Toon Link, with being able to pull bombs and throw them down, is able to get out of disadvantage pretty effectively. So we're not really seeing the massive openings that we were seeing from Arkdee earlier on stream.
There is a way for Arkdee to adapt, though, and that's by switching to up air if he's DIing up. And up air does combo pretty well and can kill off the top eventually on this stage, too. So deliboid has to watch out for that. That's not really a total get-out-jail-free card. But like you said before, it has been working in his favor. Yeah. So we'll see if Arkdee catches on as deliboid hangs on to the lead even more now.
Yeah, really at most, Arkdee has been able to get 2 nairs and an up air, as opposed to what we were seeing against Gold Hat earlier, where we saw 5 nairs and an up air. Just a lot less damage being put on, and it allows deliboid to kind of nickel and dime his way through these games. And now he's kind of finding a bit more success slowing things down. We're all the way down to the 3.5-minute mark, and deliboid still on his second stock. The survivability is getting better and better. Arkdee not having as much success pressing the issue.
Yeah, slowing things down, but still keeping that pressure on where he needs to. Hanging on at 160. Arkdee only taking 9% here, looking to close out a kill with a back air, but gets snuffed out.
Wow.
And it's going to be the raw down air killing off the top of Hollow Bastion, something you're not expecting.
Of all things to do it, it's the Palutena to take the stock.
I think 30% is definitely doable for Arkdee to close the set out. But I mean, deliboid has done great adaptation in this set. Ooh, the double
Big
jump
damage.
lost from Arkdee. That is a little bit scary, but not finding anything off of it.
And now deliboid is in a commanding spot right now at 70%. Arkdee does not have many options. The combos haven't been doing as much as Arkdee would surely be hoping. The bombs are interrupting them. deliboid just looks too comfortable right now.
He does look comfortable. That's only a 30% deficit. Arkdee can fight this back, especially getting the advantage state at ledge here. Might get a little aggressive trying to find a kill here. The bomb? The bomb?
Ugly spot. It's going to have to be a bit of a bomb recovery, and deliboid just doesn't. Oh, he does have the leg. Crazy magnet hands as deliboid is able to survive another day. I thought that was going to spell disaster, but we have more fight left in deliboid.
Yeah, deliboid looking for a bomb kill, getting forward air instead of up air. I think that could have cost him the set.
Yeah, I think the up air might have done it. And now Arkdee trying to push forward, capitalize on the second chance that he's been gifted so graciously. He does not want to make it useless. It's going to be a grab in the corner, and back throw just barely getting it done. deliboid can't believe it, and Arkdee takes it in 4.
That's so unfortunate. The rage really helped out Arkdee in that situation to close out, especially being at around 100%. And no red screen kill either. That was just a raw back throw kill. Very unfortunate for deliboid after he clawed his way back for so long, and it really was that missed forward air instead of the up air that really was kind of that cost right there.
Yeah, and that's definitely the type of set where you just wish you had a couple more games to play it out, you know? deliboid was starting to get those adaptations. He looked really strong. But when you find yourself in a position where you have to win 3 in a row against a player like Arkdee, it's just tough. It's tough.